Hi, this is Andrew, and today I'm telling you about compare and contrast essays. I'll show you two types of compare and contrast essays. These ones are just very simple introductions. There are two types, as I said. This one shows the main differences. Here are 3 paragraphs. And this one has 2 sections: backpacking, hotels. With compare-contrast essays, you talk about 2 different things. Here, this one is about fresh food and canned food. And so, in making this essay, this article, the author made a list, or this is a table. Here is the fresh foods column, here is the canned foods column. And this author thought of 3 points: flavour, health benefits, and cost. And so for flavour, they said fresh foods are great, canned foods lack flavour. Health benefits, fresh foods have no chemicals and doesn't become toxic. That's an X. Doesn't become toxic. Canned foods lose nutrients because of storage and has preservatives and chemicals, can become toxic. And cost, fresh foods are cheaper because there's less preparation. Canned foods are more expensive. And so this is the table with 2 things, and for each thing there are 3 points. And so in the essay there's 2 ways to show this information. One is with 3 paragraphs. The other one, 3 paragraphs, is based on this: flavour, health benefits, and cost. The other essay type has 2 paragraphs: fresh foods and canned foods. Which do you choose? It's your choice. You choose which is best for you. So let's look at the example. The introduction is important. In the introduction, it has an introductory sentence: eating is an activity we humans do at least 2 times a day. And so there is another introduction sentence. And here is an important sentence: we decide what we are about to eat and how it will affect our bodies. The purpose of this essay is to compare and contrast the differences between eating fresh foods instead of canned foods. This sentence is really important. This sentence has 2 important parts. One part says about the essay: compare and contrast. This is important for the reader. The reader now understands the type of article and differences between. So we think, okay, now there's 2 things and the differences: fresh foods and canned foods. These are the 2 things. Again, this sentence is very important. It says compare and contrast, so the reader understands the nature of this essay and the differences between. So we think, now there's 2 things. Thing 1, fresh food. Thing 2, canned food. The three main differences are flavor, health, and cost. So now this is the map. This is the map of the article. So the map, number 1, flavor. So this is the flavor. Number 2, health benefits. Here, health in this paragraph. Number 3, cost. And so this is cost. So again, in the map, number 1, flavor, flavor. Number 2, health benefits, health benefits. Number 3, cost, cost. Easy, I think. And so there are 5 parts of this essay. First, introduction, body with the 3 points, and of course summary or conclusion, and you should have references too. This essay is an example from, I think, a high school website, and so they don't use references, but my students should use references. So that is what's called a point-by-point essay. For flavor, there is an introduction sentence, and then the important points about flavor, and then a mini conclusion. Consequently, and here's the conclusion. Here is another introduction and a mini conclusion. As a result, the mini conclusion. Another introduction, and then, where is the mini conclusion? Oh, this one doesn't have it. Oh, yes, it does. In contrast, and here is the mini conclusion. And so these paragraphs have 3 parts. Part 1, introduction. Part 2, information. Part 3, conclusion. Again, there's Part 1, introduction. Part 2, information. Part 3, conclusion. Same here. Part 1, introduction. Part 2, information. Part 3, conclusion. And same. Part 1, introduction. Part 2, information. Part 3, conclusion. And so, for information, there is comparison and difference between the 2 things, fresh food and canned food. Fresh foods have great flavor and taste. Canned foods lack flavor. So we have fresh food information and canned food information. Again, because we're comparing 2 things, there is fresh food information, canned food information. And you have that here. Flavor, fresh food information, canned food information. Next paragraph, same. Introduction, information about canned food and fresh food. health benefits about canned food and fresh food. And same with cost. Introduction, information, conclusion. Information with canned food and fresh food. You should always include both. And so, that is a point-by-point essay. Now the other type is a block essay. Block essay, the table looks the same, 2 things, and 3 points for them. This one is backpacking and staying in hotels. Backpacking, staying in hotels. Major differences between these ways of travelling are cost, safety, availability. Cost, safety, availability. I would rather say flexibility. Anyway, and so this time there are 2 paragraphs, backpacking and hotels. Backpacking, this paragraph talks about cost, safety, and availability. Hotels also talks about cost, safety, availability. Again, there's an introduction, backpacking has been used, and then talking about money, and then safety, and then availability, and conclusion. So again, there's 3 parts: introduction, information, and conclusion. Same with hotels: introduction, information, conclusion. And you'll see in our plan, cost, safety, availability, there is money, there is safety, and availability, reservations. And so, this is the block essay. So which should you choose? Point by point or block essay? Well, it's your choice. If you have any questions, please ask. This is Andrew at wingeal.com.